Welcome to episode 26 of the Wilderness Podcast. Today's date is March 11th. I'm Dills, and over there we got Deegan.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So we're starting a little bit later. What's going on? School being pretty hectic?
Yeah, school's kind of fucked. I had to pull an all-nighter. I think on Monday, I did a Sunday to Monday last week, and then my sleep was kind of like fucked from that.
Yeah.
And then I had to pull another one Wednesday, Thursday, and I was like, it was probably like 5 or something when I sent you a text being like, yo, we gotta just do it on Saturday. Cause excuse me. It was like 5, and I'm just sitting there like, all right, just like 3 more hours. And I was just like staring at my keyboard, like so tired. And then I like was thinking like, man, I'm gonna sound so brain dead for the podcast. Like, it's probably
yeah. You sent me a
worth it.
message when I was like at work. And you're like, we need to start like ASAP at 7. I'm like, I pulled like 2 all-nighters and shit. And I was like, yeah, maybe we should put it off a few days.
Yeah, and then Friday, I mean, we could have done it Friday, but I had some school work to do. I went down to like the computer lab, and then I ended up just going out with one of my friends, and we went out drinking and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. And then now we're here. It's Saturday.
Did you get any escaping or gaming done over some of your all-nighters?
Yeah, actually.
Were they dedicated to streaming?
Pardon?
Did you dedicate those 24 hours to streaming?
Mm-mm. No, I've actually been debating on starting to stream. I should be able to upgrade my internet because someone bought like my ISP, like my internet service provider. It was bought out.
Okay.
And so everything, like all my shit, like all my prices and whatnot, like went down. I still have the same quality, but I could upgrade it to have like a better upload speed, and I can actually stream at like 1080p, like pretty consistently for like the price I was paying beforehand.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think I'd stream like consistently or try and be a streamer. I'd usually just do it for like my friends and stuff, because I don't know, it's kind of weird. Kind of going off topic, but not really. So on Steam, you can like broadcast to your friends and stuff. I don't know if you know about that feature.
Is that kind of like streaming?
It's like streaming, but like you just watch someone through your friends list. It's not
basically
like
spectator mode, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for some reason, I've even tried disabling it, but I can't. I have
just
friends
always on. People are always.
I have friends that
play.
they just like force me to start broadcasting.
It's the fucking CIA, man.
Yeah, probably with like all the shit that came out this week with WikiLeaks. But but yeah, like randomly, like I'll be playing and then I'll get like one of your viewers said, and it's like a message from one of my friends, like saying something that I was like, oh, nice, when I was like playing like a hunting game or CS or something.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, it was annoying because I have to like kick them out and then end the broadcast, and then they just told me to go on Twitch.
You just get the fuck out.
And I'm like, yeah, like fuck, you might as well just like watch me on Twitch. And then I don't know, but I'd probably play like a good amount of RS and then just like random shit, because yeah, but I wouldn't actually. I don't know, if I do start, it'll probably be in like the next 2 weeks, and it would definitely wouldn't be consistent, and it probably be really low quality just because like I don't have a webcam, and I don't think I ever would get one, and it would just be me kind of doing stupid shit.
Yeah, I've thought about streaming. Like I even tried it once on RuneScape. I think, man, I peaked at 5 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty impressive. I found if I was trying to like focus on streaming, I couldn't just kick back and watch Netflix, because no one wants to pop on and watch me watch like.
Yeah.
The Office.
Yeah,
like,
in the background, just some Family Guy skit going on.
And it'll just be me getting up and leaving, or... And you gotta be super careful. What if you just feel like spanking one out?
Yeah.
You don't want to pop up on the fucking live stream fails or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Be a brutal way to start your streaming career.
Yeah, then again, it's publicity, right? No bad publicity.
Most of my content... See, the one thing that was making me thinking about this, like how I'm going to wrap back to what I did on RuneScape this week.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of bossing and stuff. Like, I probably did like 300 Dagonoth King kills in total.
Nice.
Like 200 were probably on Rex. Not 200, maybe like 150 were on Rex, and then like 75 for the other 2.
Yeah.
And I duoed a bunch, I soloed a bunch. I was just doing like a lot of DKs, because when I get Dagonoth tasks, I'm just going to go there now because it's so easy to find a room.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And it's so easy to tri-Brit it. Like, it's so easy to kill them all. And then if you want to, you can just focus on Rex, or you can focus on Rex and Prime, like the melee guy and the ranger guy.
Yeah.
Or the major guy, I mean. Like, it's so easy. And then, but yeah, I was doing like a lot of bossing, and I was dueling, and like, I don't know. It was like a lot of fun. Like I hate, like, solo bossing is like you said, like, I just put on Netflix and I just kind of yeah. But like when I'm dueling, like, we're just like cracking jokes and just kind of dicking around, and like we'll try and prey flick all the DKs and just do stupid shit. Like, we went in, and me and my one buddy, like, I'll always try and like whenever like we're done the round, our boss trip, I always try and make it so I have more prayer pots than him or something, or I've used less of them. I don't know why, but we just do that just to kind of whatever, but it always ends up to like Prime and Supreme are up, so we're trying to prey flick both of them, and like I ended up dying like instantly. Like, we dropped in there and I just instantly died like on our first like round just because we're dicking around too hard, and I don't know, it's really funny.
All right, well, I gotta go for the night, man. I'll talk to you later.
No, I end up like running back, and we like finished the trip, but like, I don't know, like when I'm dueling and stuff, like it's so fun, like just like laughing the whole time and just making jokes, and I don't know, it's good. And then after we did a bunch of DKs, I shot you a message on Discord, but I think you're in bed at this point.
Yeah.
We we always make jokes about, because we both have like 99 strength now, and he's about to get his like at the end of today.
Yeah.
His 99 attack, I should say. So he's going to be like 120 or he's 121 or something. And we always just like make jokes on how we should just grab DDSs and like de-hide and then just go in the wilderness and try and kill people. Just like random skillers and just be dicks. And because we're both really bad at PKing, and I don't know what day it was, but we ended up just like saying, oh yeah, fuck it, we'll do it, like last weekend or something. So me and him like just roll out in welfare gear. Like he had like a magic short bow, like a Zamrock robe top, magic like wizard hat, and then like de-hide legs because he had
so
teleblock.
Basically like a 126 looking peer.
Yeah, that was the whole joke. Like he was just like a ring of dueling or something, or a ring of life for his ring, and a glory with one charge, and just like bringing out the shittiest gear we could. And
sorry, my dog's going ham upstairs, but go on.
I can't hear it, but and I brought like a dragon crossbow with e-bolts and like an archer helmet and like a DDS, and we ended up getting this like one of my buddies on my friends list because he's a pretty cool dude and you want to come PKing. So we brought him with us, and we just like ran around for 30 minutes, couldn't like find anyone. So we ended up just saying fuck it, we'll go to like lava dragons. And we went there and we're like world hopping trying to find one. And this one dude that we went with, he's just like, oh, come to this world, like spams the world, spams for us to come. We both log in, and there's like probably like 18 max level tri-brids and like Arams with the friggin' toxic staff and a Serp helm. And we log in, we smite up, and we just DDS spec one of them. We almost end up dropping him, and then we just fucking die so fast.
You got fucking baited.
Yeah, and I just like said, I'm like, dude, you fucking lured us, man. And he's like, no, I didn't. And like, I was saying it kind of like as a joke, because I lost like 200k maybe. Mm-hmm. And mainly because I forgot to protect item. But just that's how good I am at PKing. And I'm like, dude, you fucking lured me, dude. Like, oh my god. And he's like, man, I thought there was only 2 guys when I logged in, and I called you guys, and I didn't have enough time to tell you to not log in, and oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry. And then he just like tried chasing me around Grand Exchange, trying to give me 200k because he felt bad for quote unquote luring me. But like,
please don't report me, dude. Please.
I was like, man, I'm totally fucking with you. Like I knew I was gonna die. Like I ran at them with the DDS out, smite up, thinking maybe I could spec one of them out, and I don't know. It's just like really fun doing that stupid stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done...
PKing's a lot of fun if you go in there with the intention, like with the intentions of dying, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I went in, we both went in for the intentions of like just finding some dude, just skilling, or like just some random guy that just wants to do something in the wilderness and just does not want to fight. And then we just come in and just DDS spec them and teleport away. Like we're not actually looking for PKers. We're just like looking to dick around. And it's also because we're higher levels. Like I'm like 118 or 119 now. And just like, I don't know, it's just fun to like, you find like a level 90 and they're not a pure or anything. And you watch them panic and like log out quickly when you get near them. And I don't know. It's just fun being a dick, I guess.
Sometimes.
But yeah, PK, a little PKing, a lot of bossing. I did a lot of DKs and what other boss was I doing? I don't even remember. I was doing some other boss for a little bit.
Do you get anything good?
Not really. I got 2 warrior rings. Well, we got 2 warrior ring. I got 2 on my own. I was soloing. Holy shit, I can't speak. And then we split a warrior ring when I was doing duos, but they're like 100k.
Yeah, it's like what, 75k each or something.
Yeah, I mean, I got 2 warrior rings in one trip, and you know,
Cool.
I'm at like 300 and something kills now on Rex and no berserker ring.
Yeah, you got the warrior rings instead.
Yeah, like it's really weird though, because today I realized my freaking gold stack has dwindled. I had like 20 mil at one point. I bought a Dragon Fire Shield for like 10 mil. And then now I'm sitting at like 2 mil. I don't know where the fuck 8 mil went.
You got hacked.
No, definitely not. But like
maybe you had 8 mil on you when you were PKing. You weren't.
Yeah, imagine. No, it's just like just slowly like my cash pile has like been dwindling, and all I've been doing is slaying and bossing. Like I don't know where the fuck it went. Like I lost like 200k PKing, but that's nothing. And like I don't know. Like I was thinking I might actually be losing money just killing Rex because I don't have the elite diary, so the bones aren't noted.
Oh, do you even pick them up?
Oh, I pick them up. Yeah, I pick them up, and like I pretty much by the time I'm done a trip, I have. Like, I've used all my supplies, like, appropriately. Like, I'm not, like, being wasteful with, like, my potions or anything. And then I have a full inventory of bones and noted items or cash that's worth more than the bone itself.
Okay.
So I, like, plan it out so I leave with the maximum amount of money.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm just spending too much money on Zulrah scales and the runes and stuff to charge my trident, because I think that's where most of my money's going, because I only have 83 magic right now. I need to get 85 and just farm Zulrah for, like, a week.
You could do it at 83. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but I don't know. I did it at like 80, and I was splashing like 90% of the time. And everyone says get to 85, and you'll hit like 80% of the time. So I just want to like get to 85 before I start learning Zulrah again. But yeah, so I can like range it pretty well. Well, not well, but the kills are like, 3-4 minutes. Like they're really long, and
3 minutes isn't too bad. I'd be satisfied with that.
The only thing is though, is like if I mess up a fight, or if I mess up like I don't know, I just find that it's not really worth it for me right now to do it like with just range. I'd rather just do it with range and magic.
Yeah, that's how I think you should be able to do that if you're doing it with Void. So we'll just back up just for if you don't know what Zulrah is. It's a boss. It's a solo boss, and you can only kill it with ranged because you're kind of like on a little island, and it has phases where it changes between attacking you with ranged and mage. And it also spits out these, like, poison clouds. So you gotta, like, run around and kind of figure out the patterns a bit. But, yeah, the best way to do it, I find, is to mage it for the most part. And I think I started doing Zulrah with 82 mage and 80 or 79 range or something.
Can you, like, were you able to, like, consistently get kills, though? Or can you get them?
Yeah, I can get consistent kills. The only times is when I make a stupid mistake. Or if I, like, start, like, sometimes when I do it too many times, if I do it for, like, an hour or more, I start getting tilted in a bit. Like, I guess I start getting bored, so I stop paying attention as much.
Okay.
And I find I just get lazy and just end up dying, so.
What's your setup?
My setup, I just use basically full Void, range, and mage, and then I bring a Toxic Trident of the Seas, and then the blowpipe.
Do you use, like, a Serp Helm?
No, I just use full Void.
Oh yeah, you're using Void, yeah. Because I know, because when I was doing it, when I tried maging and shit, I did one run of Void range to mage switch with like the like eternal or ethereal boots and a mage book. And,
I use the crystal shield.
Yeah, that works too. But I had dudes tell me like, yo, you should just seriously wear Mystic for maging. It's better.
I don't know, because, like, this is my experience. When I was first trying, I was using Carols and Arams and basically the same weapon setup. Well, I was using a Neat's Knot for a helmet, just because it gave defense and prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what I used. I might have swapped between that and a Farseers. I wasn't really sure what to wear. But anyways, I found I like struggled. Like I tried killing it like 20 times and I maybe got 2 kills and the rest I died. And then I went and tried to get Void, and as soon as I got Void, I was like, I got the first kill with ease. And then each kill was just like really easy. And the only times I would die is when I like just fucked up and I got lazy or something, right? I was standing in the poison clouds, or I wasn't switching my prayers fast enough, or like paying attention in that sense.
Okay. Because,
But like with my arms and all that shit, like I found I was getting exhausted from my food. Mind you, it might be because I wasn't that good as well.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as I got Void in the first, and I got the kill like right away, so I noticed a huge difference, like instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple friends that spam it, and they spam Zalra, 'cause it's really good money. And I mean, I've tried doing Void, like range and mage, and they've like the way the trident works is that magic like it's such a broken item, man. It's the freaking trident of the seasoned swamp, or like it's such a stupid item in the game because
It's expensive though.
yeah, but it's so broken. And like cuz the way it works is like the magic accuracy doesn't affect it really. Like it's based on your magic level, and it like scales with how much it's damage scales with like the gear you're wearing and whatnot. So you can wear like when I'm doing like Dagnoth Rex, like I'm wearing full Guthans with like DFS and a trident. My magic is like in the negatives or whatever, or like really low, and I'm still hitting them for 30s.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I don't know if Void Mage, I don't think it gives it the magic accuracy or something. I don't know. Like I was just told that Mystic and Arams is better, but also it's a lot of switching. Like I've tried doing both of them and I failed with both of them, but my magic was also really low. Like Mystic and Arams is annoying. You have to swap like 4 pieces.
Yeah, that might be a factor as well. Because with the Void, you're only swapping the weapon and then the helmet. You don't have to swap the chest or legs and hand pieces.
Yeah, exactly.
Or any of that
So
shit.
it's definitely a lot like mechanically easier to swap with Void. I'll probably try the Void Mage stuff, but I've also gotten like way better at switching. Like I can do like 4-piece switches like pretty consistently now, like in a tick.
Yeah.
I've gotten like a lot better at it, so
Make sure you bring a Ring of Suffering too. Or Ring of Recoils if you can't afford it.
I've always just used recoils.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Suffering is like really good because it gives you good defense, and then you put Ring of Recoils in it, and it like
exactly. It works as a Ring of Recoil.
it's a really, really strong ring.
Yeah, so I use that setup. Crystal Shield instead of your magic. You should try that as well, maybe, but I have lower defense, so that's why I use that. I bring 1 anti-venom, 1 magic, and 1 range potion, and 1 prayer potion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bring 7 Carabrams.
Yep.
And then the rest sharks. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
I think
bring Ring of Dueling. So that's my setup, and
yeah, maybe today I'll go and
I like it.
maybe I'll just do some Zal runs and see if my magic's high enough. It's 83 now. I don't see the big difference of 2 levels. So I don't know.
It should be good. Like I said, I think if I remember correctly, I was doing it with like 82, and then eventually I power leveled to 94, and it helps a lot.
Do you do Vengeance when you do Zalra?
Sometimes, but again, when I try Vengeance, I sometimes die because I'm like, you're like purposely letting it hit you.
Well, you Vengeance when he does like the one form that randomly throws out range on you.
Yeah, so yeah, he has that one
predict.
form where he switches back and forth between magic and range randomly. But the only problem is, a lot of the time, like, I don't want to use Vengeance when the little dudes are popped up, right?
Yep.
So you don't want to be in a scenario where he changes that form, and then you also have those little dudes popping up, right?
Yeah.
So then it's just gonna, when they hit you, it's gonna proc it instead of your Ring of Recoil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe
I'm
I'll
gonna keep practicing with it, but like, I'm a lot more squishy, right? With 75 defense.
Yeah.
Or 70 defense, not even 75.
Yeah, got that piety pure going.
Almost 69 prayer.
Jesus, get piety, man.
It's close. It's close. So yeah, when you were talking about the toxic Trident of the Seas, and you're saying how it's overpowered. Another thing that's kind of overpowered about it. So it's similar to Ivan's staff. Is that what it's called? Ivan's staff, where it has its own magic attack. But the only difference is you have to put the runes. You have to use it with the staff and use it as kind of like ammo.
Yep.
So It's really good when you want to go into the wilderness and kill, let's say, lava dragons. That's what I was doing. So you just bring the staff, and then you can cast as many shots as you infuse with it.
Yeah.
If you get killed, you don't lose any of the runes because they're inside
really?
the staff. Yeah, you keep them.
Jeez. Yeah, like, I don't know.
You can't use it in PvP, though.
Yeah.
So
Like, you
can't really
skull
fight
with
back
it. Yeah, you skull with it, and you're... Oh, wait, you can't hit people in PvP with it?
No.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's a bit better, but... Yeah, like, I don't know. I realized how overpowered it was this week when it's just like... You're wearing tank gear and then ripping, like, Dagonoth Rex for 30s. And you're like, why is this so easy? Like, I know I'm safe spotting it, but, like...
You also got to check to see what its magic defense is.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's similar to Barrows, where they have such low magic defense that you could basically just rip through them no matter what gear you're wearing as long as you're using magic attacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Barrows, I wear full graceful and, yeah, just use my trident.
Really? Full graceful?
Yeah. I'm a high enough level that the only people I have to worry about is Darok, that's obviously when he's like, 75% or lower health. I pray against that.
Everyone has to worry about that at all times.
Yeah, and Carols. And that's it. The rest of them, like, I don't pray for Torag. I don't pray for Varak.
Carols isn't bad. I just wear... Really, you don't pray for any of them, and you just wear full graceful?
For Torag and Varak, yeah. And Aram's, I'll pray against him just because I can spare the prayer points. Because after each kill, I just teleport back to Clan Wars and just heal up and then Barrow tabs back. Like, I don't have to bank in between. I can get, like... I don't know. I'll get, like, a task of, like, 35 for Barrows, and then that's 6 per run, and I can get them all done without having to bank.
See, the way I like to rock Barrows, I bring basically same setup. Instead of full graceful, I just bring, like, Torags and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're, like, if you have lower defense, or you're, like, a level 80-ish or whatever, don't wear full graceful, because... That's stupid, but, like, I'm a high enough level that I can get away with it, and, like, I bring a whip just to get, like, the percentage faster, and then I bring a DDS too, and I'll just spec out Carols or Arams. It doesn't really matter who.
Yeah, I don't teleport to Clan Wars right away, though. I usually just run back up to the ladder and just redo it that way. I try to get, like, 3 or 4 runs in before I have to teleport out.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to do that, though. I find it's way faster just to, like, teleport, heal up fully... Restore everything.
Barrows tabs cost like 8k each or something. I don't know, but they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I only do Barrows when I'm on task, so that's also another thing. I don't really do it for money or for fun.
That's right.
I just do it through Slayer.
I've never gotten a task for it, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty bullshit.
I got like 3 times in one day once. It was awesome.
Damn.
Not bad.
Yeah, I haven't played too much RuneScape this week though. Like, I was trying to think. I think I'm struggling with getting the money to build up my house, right? Now that I think I quit out at 82 and just decided to boost.
Yeah.
And every room is costing me like 10 mil each. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I spent like 40 mil getting my construction up.
Yeah, that's
and I gotta deal with this bullshit.
Yeah, it's construction for you. It's stupidly expensive, and you're kind of doing it like the hardest way possible through master clues.
Well, I was. So anyways, yeah, now I'm not getting my money that way. Although I did do a master clue because I got one from a hard clue, and I didn't get anything from it as usual. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like people, I think the average is like around 400k or something for master clue. Like it's So I mean, okay, you can get lucky, and not even talking about third age, but you can get like 17 mil if you get the ornament pieces and shit. Yeah,
there's a few really good items, but the only problem, like, I always get like duped because like I got one of the master clue uniques. I think it was a Robe of Darkness. Now, which I think it's as strong as Mystic, right?
I have no idea, but...
It just looks different.
I have no idea.
Something like that. Thing's only worth, like, fucking 150k.
Oh, shit, eh?
Yeah, and I got some stupid Tierra, sold it for, like, 15k. I'm like, man... yeah, and then I've been doing Slayer since.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like... I don't know if Master Clues need a buff, or if that's just what it's supposed to be. I guess you shouldn't be doing Master Clues for money. It's supposed to be something for fun, and then maybe a good chance. Maybe that's how it's intended.
Yeah, that's why I was doing it. So, like, it is kind of fun. And you also...
Yeah, you're also...
Like, sometimes you'll get the most money you... Like, most of the money you get doing it is grinding skills for the clue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I had to get 82 Slayer, I think, for something, and I made like 7 mil off doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that really counts, but still, it's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Man. Wait, sorry. Did you do anything else on RS?
No, that's it. Like, I didn't play too much RuneScape this week. I've been playing. I come home from work and I just haven't been playing too much video games, but I have been playing Final Fantasy 15 just because trying to get back to where my account used to be. And it's taking fucking forever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the rebuild of Final Fantasy. I probably would have quit,
Apparently.
to be honest. I would have been like, fuck that. I'm returning this game.
Well, the problem is, like, I didn't even get deep into it. Like, I got to, like, chapter 3 or something, which is still the beginning, but I got distracted by all these side quests and these, like, extra things to do, and I was literally, like, 35 or 40 hours into the game.
Jesus.
And I was barely into the main story. So I'm just, like, doing the same thing now, but I'm, like, counting it by, like, I'm comparing it by the hours. I'm at 20 hours gameplayed right now, but...
Yeah.
The reason I haven't quit, because I know there's probably so much more to do once you start like actually getting into the story and unlocking more areas and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And it is a lot of fun. Like, if I can spend 40 hours just doing stupid side quests and stuff like that, then probably try to beat the game, maybe.
Yeah. Focus on the main quest once you start getting bored.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Other than RuneScape for me, I've played a good amount of CS. Played a lot of games of CS, actually. I haven't really played that game in a long time. Like, I'll play it, like, casually with my friends and stuff.
Counter-Strike Go?
Yep.
Do people play any of the older ones?
1.6, kind of. CS Source, probably, like, not that many people.
Yeah, they always had, like, all these different, like, I used to play Counter-Strike Source, and I remember you used to play Counter-Strike 1.6 at one point as well.
Yeah, I played both of them. A good amount.
Which I thought was funny that people would play an older version. And then as soon as CSGO comes out, I guess they all died.
Well, yeah, I think the big thing with, like, Counter-Strike, it's kind of like an old school RuneScape RS3 thing where, you know, RS3 comes out, everyone's like, oh, you know, the previous one was better. And the same thing with, like, when Classic came to RuneScape 2.
Yeah.
People are like, I like the older version. And, like, for 1.6, like, the game mechanics, like, the shooting and the movement and how everything works, like how you can shoot, like, you know, the wall banging and stuff and whatnot in the game. Like, people loved it a lot in 1.6 because it was really, like, skill rewarding. Like, 1.6 is, like, a really hard shooter. Like, harder than both of them. Like, CS Source came out and people found it was a lot more casual and, like, oh, well, like, you know, everyone just sprays and it's just stupid. And, you know, people, like, didn't like that aspect of Source, so they just kind of stuck to 1.6 But, you know, I loved CS Source for, like, all the little mini games it had and, you know, all the cool stuff. I mean, 1.6 had it too, but
that's what I loved about Counter-Strike wasn't actually like the game the way it was meant to play. I liked all the extra little mods.
Yeah. I mean,
mods that came out. Sorry, I'm fucking tongue-tied or something here.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. The like the mini games and the
Yeah, they had like dodgeball. That's where gun games came from originally.
Yeah.
They had a thing called surfing. We could just fly around a level.
Yeah.
They had RPG and like Warcraft servers where you could choose classes and kind of level up and get different perks.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be a throwback for us a long time ago. But do you remember that the CS Source surf map that was like an RPG Warcraft mod?
Probably, yeah, because I played the shit out of a bunch of those.
Because there was one I played religiously for a long time, and because like the way the mod worked was like you just killed people and you got experience for certain classes, and then once you got enough points, you could buy another class. And once you got
and then imagine each class kind of built up. You had a total level, which unlocked more classes. So once you had like 1,000 total level, you unlocked some like really good class.
Yes,
although it started at level 1, so
and it took a long time. I remember I probably played one server like religiously after like school every day, all day, for like maybe a month or two. And
I think I know what you're talking about because I played the same one.
Yeah, the last class was called Beast. It was like the hardest class to get. And I just remember you were able to like pretty much fly around the map and throw grenades that just one-shotted like everyone in the area. Like it was super overpowered and I really wanted it. And so I spent like a whole month maybe grinding for it and I finally got it. And the day I got it, it was like early in the morning on like a Saturday. And I like leave the spawn and I'm like flying around and stuff like, oh, this is so sweet. Throw a grenade, blow up a bunch of people. And then I just get banned. Like one of the admins was playing, I guess, and I kept killing him, or I don't even know. He was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And he just banned me.
Yeah, I know certain servers have rules about being a class and spawn camping because you do stupid bullshit like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That's one thing I like about Source. A lot of good memories, and I mean, CS:GO has like some of these mods too, but the majority of the community is like into the competitive aspect of like the actual game.
Yeah, that was my problem. When I tried playing it, I couldn't find any populated servers.
I mean, well, it's because
that were like Warcraft 3 surf servers and stuff like that.
Well, they have regular surf and they have like bunny hop surf. I love all those maps. It's like always been my favorite stuff, but I really like just the actual game, the actual competitiveness of the game. It's just fucked though. It has like potential to be such a good game, and it is a good game, but just like big hacking issue. It's like RuneScape and its body issue.
I guess so. I can
like
see that.
I was talking to actually one of my buddies about I don't know how we got onto it, but we started talking about like the price of like lobsters, monkfish, shark, and nature runes. And if you like look at them, they like the prices slowly dip for like a couple months. And then all of a sudden they just shoot up like 50 GP. Okay. And it's just because that's like, I guess, when they catch a bunch of bots or something, right? Like if you look at nature runes, it really like has that issue. Like right now, I don't even know what they are, but they're probably in the 200s or something, like 220 or something per rune. And it's just kind of weird. Like, but like I'm thinking, like I want to just try and flip as just kind of like. Just do these super long cons where you drop like 10 mil in nature runes as it like hits its plummet. Like let's just say tomorrow that's where the ban wave goes down, and you invest all your money into it, and then it just shoots up. You sell it, and then you put it at like a low buy price, and you just kind of do this over the course of months and months and months.
You're gonna need like a whole file of like this of you like studying the market, watching when it goes up and down, and stuff like that. But before we continue on to the news, I just want to quickly say there was an issue with last week's episode. It had gone up and then something happened. It got taken down or some shit. I didn't notice until like fucking like 5 days later. So anyways, it should be good now. I'm going to monitor because this is 2 weeks in a row. Maybe it's just me and I'm just terrible with fucking computers.
Yeah, no, we'll figure out the issue though. It'll stop this week. I'll try and keep an eye out on it.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, I haven't played a whole lot of RuneScape. What have I missed out on in terms of the news?
Well, before we go into the news specifically, well, it's kind of related, but the rank 4 Hardcore Iron Man died a couple days ago?
Uh-oh.
Or maybe it was yesterday? So,
what did he fall victim to?
A Runecraft PKer.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he was runecrafting in the Abyss, and he got slayed.
That's awesome. I'm glad it wasn't lag or anything.
Yeah.
That's a good way to go out.
I mean, obviously, yeah, if you're like a maxed account and you're like, you know, you have a bunch of max stats and shit and you're runecrafting through the Abyss, kind of deserve to get PK'd eventually because once you get your quest cape, you can get, I think it's technically a little bit better experience per hour and like nature runes per hour by using your quest cape teleport, and then you teleport to the nature rune fairy ring.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that you get better experience like that, and then every like 8 or so runs, you do a runecraft abyss, and that's
Wait, let me ask you a question.
When you repair your pouches, but yeah.
Do you still need the quest cape now that you can just teleport to your home and use a fairy ring from there?
I guess not. But
do you think that would be just as close?
But you'd also be using up an inventory slot, and if you're an Iron Man, you're gonna be ripping through those like crazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I actually didn't know you could put a fairy ring in your house. I haven't seen the houses I go in. I don't see fairy rings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can do that. It's a fairy ring plus a spirit tree.
Wow. That's actually really good. I didn't know that was a thing.
Fairy ring. I feel like there's one more thing that's added onto it. There's 3, but it's a fairy ring, and then and a spirit ring. So spirit tree that grows around, the ring grows around the tree. So
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
because I'm trying to work towards that. But the only problem is you need to get 85 farming as well to put the spirit tree in your house.
Yeah.
So now I need to get fucking 85 farming, which actually isn't something that takes a long time. Like that's pretty quick to level if you're using if you're
The tree method?
growing trees,
Yeah, it's good
but
experience.
then that's expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like $50K at least for a yew tree,
Mhm.
and you'll be planting those probably like 3 every 2 days, maybe. Just to play it safe, let's say 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing, but I think if you have the money to just buy the teleports, it's probably worth it. But the quest cape, like first of all, yeah, you don't take an inventory slot. And I mean, if you have a fairy ring, you probably have like the rejuvenation pool that restores your run energy too. So you won't be using stamina potion doses, and you can probably work with the math and see if you're saving money like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I should probably go work with the math there and see if it's worth it, but I mean, you're also dumping hundreds of mil into your house, so in general, I don't know if you're technically saving money. But anyways, yeah, I mean, good fight to the Hardcore Iron Man. But anyways, yeah, let's move on to the news. So this is actually something that I'm kind of happy for, but so they've changed the way bank pins work, and you can like set an option so they don't lock every time you like log out. So, or let me rephrase this. There's a time limit before the bank pin relocks. So if you're world hopping a lot or something like that, you have like a 5-minute grace period of being like logged out to, log back in and not have to use your bank pin. So it kind of gets people to use it more often.
Yeah, okay, so that's not bad.
Because honestly, I had a bank pin. I took it off because I was so annoyed like with just having to use it all the time. But I ended up putting one back on again after this update because it's nice.
Yeah, I don't know why I say that that's not too bad. That's actually an amazing change, because I don't think about it. I world hop all the time.
Yeah.
Or let's say you leave to go get some food and you come back and you just missed the time limit.
Yeah, it's like that moment when you're walking to your computer and you watch your dude log out. You're like,
and you're like, fuck it, guess I'm using a deposit box.
Yeah. But yeah, and so if you log in through a different IP or a different computer or anything, then your pin will just automatically relock, so it's not like, you're gonna get hacked more easily. And you can change all the settings through the banker option. Like, you can talk to the banker, and there's like a pin setting menu, and you can set it all up through that.
Nice.
So, big quality of life right there. The next one is a toggleable pet option. So when you have pets following you, like a lot of people would complain that they would accidentally left click on them instead of trying to like walk under it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so now there's an option just in your general, like the wrench and then the option menu.
Cool.
Like with the joystick and stuff, you can just click through pets now. You can right click them and do your stuff, but you can now just left click through them if you want.
Okay, sure.
So that's nice. They've changed the way like the grimy herbs work, so they don't drop. Like when you kill like say a chaos druid, you would go to left click it and you would pick up the bones by accident. Mm-hmm. Now you'll like pick up the herbs. They made it so that they just kind of spawn on top of the bones.
True. Like I usually right click it all the time anyways, just because I want to see.
Yeah, you want to know what it is.
Gorms or whatever the hell it's called.
Yep. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. And they've added energy potions to free to play, and you can get them like through the apothecary where you would get your strength potions.
That's awesome.
I like it. I mean, shit, if I knew this was coming, I actually had no idea this was going to be happening. I would have bought thousands and thousands of energy potions and flipped them. You probably could have made so much money if you're on top of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're going to shoot up. And I mean, that's a pretty nice little option for free to play.
Yeah, I think that's well needed.
Yeah, it's definitely about time because, yeah. And, yeah, so they have like the birthday event emote rewards. So if you've completed the 4th birthday event, you've now unlocked like 2 dances that you can get at the event. And so if you haven't done it yet, you have one more week before the event closes.
So you have until March 16th.
Yeah. So we kind of were wondering if we could still do it. And yeah, you can still do it. You got until March 16th, then pretty much next Thursday when they roll out the next updates.
Yep.
So I think I'll be doing that today. Get the emotes, get some of the cool items like the balloons and yeah, if you don't get it this year, you'll be able to get the emotes next year. So no pressure.
Yeah, exactly. They're just they're the little fun cosmetic things.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And so like last Thursday they concluded the Fight Caves competition. The winner who gets the free year membership and the awesome foam Dragon Scimitar. And
Why do you say foam Dragon Scimitar?
I kind of like ruined the prize by just saying that, but they say it's the IRL Dragon Scimitar. And congratulations to DedWilson. He completed it with 24-minute timer.
Damn.
Yeah, he got it in 24 minutes. That's ridiculous. When I was doing my Lava Cape grind, it took me an hour to get to Jad.
Yeah, 24 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah, keep in mind these guys have like, you know, their max accounts with a twisted bow and the best prayers and their tick eating, and you know, 24 is a really good time.
Yeah.
I think DedWilson said that you can probably get like 23 minutes if you don't make any mistakes.
Okay.
So there was probably because he said he made a lot of mistakes, or like a good
Let the speedrun begin, I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of it is down to RNG, but also if you play it perfectly, you know, he said if you don't mess up like he did, you'll beat him. So
yeah, it's about being consistent.
how do you feel about these competitions? Do you like them? Do you think they should do more? Or?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you like?
I feel like they should have more competitions. You don't always have to have rewards like this, but it'd be cool to see like, I don't know, how do you make like a Castle Wars event happen for a week or a weekend or something, right?
Yeah, you just have like some sort of event like this.
It'd be cool to have like a rotating NPC that would pop up at random mini games, and you could like get like unique rewards from them from doing the mini games. Like imagine a guy that would pop up on a weekend at Castle Wars, and you could trade him and get like different Castle Wars rewards and stuff like that.
I think the big issue with Castle Wars is just the time you need to get the cosmetics.
Yeah, but
I do Castle Wars every now and again. I'll do like 1 or 2 games, but like as a whole, like who wants to spend 1,000 hours getting one piece?
Some people do.
Yeah,
the Halos look pretty badass, and I see a lot of peers with them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think they should have more of these, and maybe change up the mini games as they go on. I can see why they did it with the fight caves to kind of build up hype for the Inferno place for the new Lava Cape.
And it's pretty easy to do. Whoever can beat it the fastest.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, in other news, they did a little upgrade to the Grand Exchange history tab, so now it shows you the last 20 transactions instead of 10.
Cool.
Which is nice, but I mean, I'm still gonna write all my flips and stuff on a notepad. That's what I've been doing, and just because usually if you're trying to do like quick flips, you're trying to find the margins of like how much money you can make. That's gonna take like you're gonna have to like overprice for an item to buy to see what, you know, it's selling at, and then sell it to see what people are buying it at, you know, and you know that takes up 2 slots, so you can kind of figure out the price margins for that item if you want to flip it. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I guess you can do that 10 times before, you know, you can't really keep track without a notepad instead of 5, which is nice. But yeah, I'm not gonna complain. It's nice, you know. You can keep track of, if you don't flip a lot, you can keep track of the items that you've just bought, like, you know, items and whatnot, and see how much money you've made or lost depending on if the prices have gone up or not. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
They changed the Fremnik Sea Boots and the Wilderness Sword to now give you infinite teleports to Relica and then, you know, Fountain of Rune.
Dope.
With the elite versions.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
more incentive to grind out those elite diaries.
I mean, the Wilderness Sword is like now charging glories and stuff at the Fountain of Rune is going to be like really good money. So if you want to start camping that place, that's probably good because there's going to be a lot of people trying to farm that.
Oh,
because you kill someone, that's like 500k if they're doing a glory run.
If they're bringing full inventory most of the time.
That's what they do, though.
They bring a lot of food and stuff, I bet.
Well, everyone I've seen doing it and heard that do it, because I have a friend who's been doing it now after this update, and he just brings a full inventory. He's died like once maybe, but he's still like, you make like, I want to say 2 mil an hour. He said he makes like 2 to 2.6. I think it's 2.6 mil an hour. So it's really good money. So if he dies once, he's not really worried about it. He can also just bring like another account if he's really worried and just kind of scout.
Yeah. I might try that out though.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good place to, you know, get easy kills and yeah. Anyways, moving on with some more elite and hard updates. So the hard and elite Fowler shields will now just show the mole locator like arrow automatically when you're in the layer without having to like right click and locate like that.
Cool. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I kind of thought that's how it was before. I don't know though because I haven't used them.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that it wasn't just automatically, but it is now, so whatever.
Perfect.
They've done another change to the upper level of Motherlode Mine, so now, the timer's lengthened.
Okay.
I guess, because if the timer now works is like once you start mining it, there's like a set timer, just so, to prevent arguing and crashing and stuff in that area. The Trident of the Seas now actually, like, is a plot, like, when you get a stat boost, like a 100, up to like a 120 stat boost on like your magic, it now like respects that stat boost. It'll actually, ramp up its damage and accuracy or whatever.
Okay. So that's one of those things that you probably wouldn't have known behind the scenes.
Yeah. And, because, in raids, you can get like a really big boost with the potions to like 120. So now it kind of follows that. So the monsters killed in raid will now drop their loot to everyone when they die if an Iron Man did the most damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's going to be any ways to abuse that, but we'll see.
Well, I think a lot of it was just like I think Iron Man ended up hurting raid progression if they just did the most damage to like a mob that just dropped materials to.
Oh, no, yeah, I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, the demonic gorillas click zone is now like included, like the area underneath them. I had this issue. Other people have this issue. Or I've heard of this issue. I haven't had it, but just clicking through it, it's annoying as hell. Okay. And they did the same thing with Corporal Beast, which that bugged me a lot because when you go under Corporal Beast, he does like a stomp move that can hurt a lot. And when you have his dark core on you, you're like moving back and forth if you don't have someone to stun it. And you'll move back and forth, or, if it jumps to someone else, you go to click on them, and then you just walk under them and just take a big hit. So it's nice that they finally made that change. And the Guthan Chain Skirt, if you noticed, it had like transparent sections on it, and it was really weird. I was actually doing gargoyles, I was just kind of AFK in gargoyles, and I saw like system update on Thursday morning, I guess, at like, really early in the day. And I went and opened up the update little section they put on their site, and they mentioned that. So I kind of like wore my Guthans, logged out, like made note of the transparency parts, and then logged back in to like look at them immediately. And there is like a very noticeable difference. It's like now the chain skirt looks nice. Cause like, I guess because it's like chainmail, I guess, they kind of made it slightly transparent. And then in some parts it was like kind of foggy looking. I don't know, but they made it more aesthetically pleasing.
Cool.
They fixed like a render issue with the lunar cape and the mourner top. I believe the top would clip through the cape or something like that. It was really weird, but they fixed that. The like when you break the bracelet of slaughter, it like now will correctly provide a message for the corresponding bracelet. Not really sure what that means because I've never used it, but yeah,
me neither.
And so later on Thursday, they added a new world, East Coast USA.
Cool.
And and now I believe they did that to test new server hosting options. So they might actually be getting a new service provider or something. I'm not too sure.
All right. So what does that mean? Like Australians are on their tiptoes right now?
That it could be a precursor to that, or it could be because of the issues that they've had with the DDoSes and their service providers weren't able to fix or prevent.
Yeah, okay.
They might just be like, all right, they've probably lost a lot of money and a lot of subs, like a lot of subscribers and the player base because their servers are a constant ongoing issue. And I mean, it is nice, like an East Coast USA world that's, preferable for me because or for us, I guess, because that's where we get our lowest ping.
Cool. Right on.
Yep. And, I got to use that world for doing some DKs for a bit. I had like no issues with ping or anything. It was pretty nice. And because it's new, I guess no one went to it. I was able to find DK worlds. Like I would just go to that and there would be no one there in both layers. So it's pretty nice.
Not bad.
Yeah. So, yeah. And, for the last little thing there, so this Monday, March 13th, they're going to be releasing character names of inactive accounts. And so they'll be releasing a letter a day. So it would be like, every name that's released that starts with A, like, then they're going to be posting a bunch of the names that are up on I guess, their site, maybe Reddit somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess it'll be B, C, D, E, and it'll just like keep on going. And you can only, claim a name if you're a member, and if you have recently changed your name, you can just use a bond to remove the time limit of changing your name again.
Okay.
So that'll be nice. I don't know. I'll probably try and reserve a name. I kind of have a name in mind that I want to switch one of my peers to, just to have.
Oh yeah.
And so try and keep an eye on that. And if there's a name that you really want,
I don't know if there's something I want or not. Because, like, I'm thinking, like, I could change... Right now, my name's Butternuts. I could change it to Dills to have it match the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, keep
Pretty
in mind...
name. That one could be available. But also, I have so many accounts that, like, that go with the Butternuts. I have, like, Buttery Mess, Buttered Melt, Buttered Up Bow, Buttered Tub.
Why do you have so many accounts? What the hell?
I don't know. I got problems. That might be it.
Yeah, there's some names that I wanted back in the past that they were reserved, and the only reason why I think anyone would reserve the name that I wanted is because they liked one word that's in it, and then just put letters in front of it, just like, oh, I'm gonna reserve this and this and this. Let's just say the words like lick. It'll be like A lick, B lick, C lick, D lick, E lick, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna get this name, and then they probably just reserved it and just haven't touched the account. So I think I'm gonna be able to get it, hopefully, because it's one of the names I like to use for my games. And
fingers crossed.
So yeah, hopefully that works out, and hopefully if you want I
don't know if you mentioned, but yeah, you can find out on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and the RuneScape forums on what names and letters and shit are being released.
All right, sweet. So I feel like, because I know the name changing, there's like a little underground community, I guess, where people have rare names and whatnot, and they go for like a lot of money, like hundreds of mil, some of these names, like Pokemon names. And actually, my old RuneScape name used to be Blastoid.
Damn.
Yeah. When I did my first name change, probably like 20... I actually have no idea. Like sometime during RS3, I was just like, I want a new name, because I saw a dude running around with the name Mew, and I was like, that is fucking sick. I want to see if I can get a Pokemon name. And I was playing a lot of Pokemon at the time, and I was just like throwing in random names. I got Blastoid. I was like, that's sweet, but I changed it for Deegan.
I had an account. I don't know if I still do, but its name was Skills R99, and it was like a level 3 skiller. I always thought that was a really unique name, and I was surprised I was able to get that.
Yeah, well, better try and log in, because maybe it'll get released.
Yeah, I think it's only on RS3.
Oh, truth.
I made it like a long ass time ago.
Oh, true.
But yeah, that's all pretty cool to see in here. I'm kind of excited. I might keep my eye on it. Maybe I'll change my name.
Yeah. I mean, you can always just change one of your other accounts to Butternuts if you still want it.
That is true. Cool. Well, I'll keep my eye out.
Yeah, that being said, though, that's everything for the news as of right now. So it's not like...
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Just like random quality of life things. I think that's the thing with like a kind of update like this. Like no one's gonna really notice. Like unless you already have a pet or you really like your cat or something. Like there's just options in this game I never knew were a thing. Like you can enable an option to hit escape to close whatever window you're in, like your bank and shit.
Oh, I knew that.
I didn't know that when I was changing my F keys around for properly switching my inventory to prayer to spec and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I saw that option, so like it's.
I found out when I was trying to runecraft because it made it so much faster for using the bank.
Yeah. That's when I started like runecrafting a lot, because it made it way easier. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I don't know how many people are going to be aware of the bank pin change, and they're just going to never use a bank pin because they're so annoyed with it.
Eventually they'll notice. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where you're going to go through, navigate through the option, be like, holy shit, there's a lot here. Maybe I should go see what I can change. Because none of this was like this 10 years ago. And the next thing you know, they're like, holy fuck, they've added a lot.
Yeah, I was talking to my one buddy, and
that's what I went through. That's why I'm saying that. Go on.
Yeah, but I was talking to my buddy yesterday, I think, or maybe it was actually on Thursday. I don't know when, but he I ended up, I don't know if I asked if he had a bank pin or he asked if I ever used one. And I mentioned like, yo, they just had an update where they give you, you can change it for a 5-minute leniency on your bank pin. And yeah, so, you know, like, man, you should get one because he didn't have one and his account is like, buddy is loaded. Like he's got way too much cash. All the guy does is Zulrah.
Yeah.
He's been doing Zulrah for like 4 months straight, like since before Christmas.
That's no
He has
good.
all, like he's got a couple thousand kills. Yeah, he's like stupidly rich because he just loves doing Zulrah. And he doesn't have a bank pin. And I'm like, dude, you should just get one. And he's like, yeah, man, maybe I get a bank pin if I could set an option to like, you know, not lock for like 30 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's called an authenticator, man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, literally was just explaining, like, yeah, I'd use it if it was an authenticator, pretty much. I don't know, I thought it was pretty funny.
But, yeah, if anyone who's listening, if you enjoy this game even remotely, which you probably do if you're listening to this, make sure you have a 2-step authenticator and a bank pin just to make sure you're safe.
Yeah, I mean...
Better safe than sorry.
I told that story with that hack scare, but
yeah, exactly.
I have a completely unique email account, like password. I have a completely unique like RuneScape password where like I don't use like these two passwords are only my email uses this password, only my RuneScape uses this password. I have a 2-step on my account, like my RuneScape account, and I have a 2-step on my email. So like there's no way they're gonna hack me. There's no way that they can hack me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm super secured. And, yeah, you should definitely do the same. Like, account security is just nice. And also get a bank pin and whatnot. It's a little bit of a pain, but once you...
It's a minor inconvenience that you can get used to very easily.
It's a minor inconvenience that can save you a lot of headache.
Yeah, later on.
Because I think the big thing is a lot of people say, like, oh, I got hacked, and then 15 minutes later, I'll get on and my account's been wiped. You know what I mean? Like, there's like their account gets hacked, they freak out, they like, you know, say they're playing or something, they log out or they get kicked off or something, and they can't log back in, their password's changed. Within that time of them changing their password, they've just opened up their bank, taken everything, traded it to some like mule account or something, and like boom.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And having a bank pin
takes no time at all to rip out the most expensive items.
Yeah, and like
you could easily destroy someone's bank by taking out 28 items.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Most of your value will be within like 10 items or something. Either if it's a cash stack or like your melee gear. And I mean, if you get hacked with your gear on you, that's shitty, but like, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, like I used to have a habit, I should probably do it again, but now I'm too lazy now, but I used to always bank everything I had on me before I logged out with my bank pin on, just in case if they got on, they just see some dude standing in like Camelot with nothing on them and a bank pin.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like a 7-day period to get your account back or to tell Jaggeds to lock it. So just practicing good account security, like, definitely will save you because getting hacked
Yeah,
sucks.
I don't go that far. I find, let's say someone came on and they took, you know, an Abyssal Dagger, full bandos, whatever I was wearing, and I had really top gear. I feel like it'd be much bigger pain in the ass if someone went in and took every one of my herbs and all my secondaries, all my potions and food, all the keys and all my runes. You know what I mean? I had to, like, literally go back and buy all those little items that...
Yeah, that's really annoying, but, like...
At least with the bandos thing, like, you could just, like, okay, I just need to grind out, like, 10 mil. Or however much it is.
Yeah.
It's just one item. It's not too hard to forget about that one, but... I don't know. Just don't get hacked. Hacked sucks, either way.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting hacked sucks.
Yeah.
So...
That's pretty much it for the news, and...
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for the show for the most part. What you got going on for next week?
I'm not really too sure. I want to do some Zulrah today, actually, after we talked about it. I want to see how I fare against it, because I really need to start making money.
Yeah, I'm telling you, try Void out.
Just before the episode started, I just got a Sarah boss task.
Oh, yeah?
So I'll probably grind out some Sarah this weekend.
Not bad.
And then other than that, like...
Have you been using the new Slayer Master?
Oh, yeah, the guy in Shiloh Village?
Duradel, I think his name is, right?
Yeah, I've been using him, like, exclusively, and yeah, he's pretty good. I would definitely get more bosses.
You notice a difference at all?
I think it's just more bosses. I don't... Like I'm still getting like Iron Dragons a lot. I'm still getting Fire Giants a lot and Dagonoths a lot. I don't mind Dagonoths because I'll just do the kings. I'll just boss them.
Yeah.
I think it's the exact same, but just a better chance to get a boss. But I'll definitely, but I like the bossing, right? I pretty much play this game to just do Slayer and a boss when I can. So I'll definitely stick with them.
Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a good suggestion. I like them.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it's kind of weird because we usually record on a Thursday night. We're doing it like a Saturday, morning, Saturday lunchtime-ish, I guess. Midday.
Yeah. Like an afternoon.
So yeah, as soon as we're done, I'm probably going to play a bunch of RuneScape. A few things I have to do afterwards, though, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to blast out some money, hopefully get that house rolling, and then I can move on with things. Probably play some Final Fantasy VII as well, let's be real.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking, too, I have a laptop. I really should just be woodcutting, like, AFK while I'm playing that game.
Yeah, fishing or something, yeah.
Yeah, doing something. So that's probably what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think let's end the show so we can get off and go do that kind of shit.
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for listening, and tune in next week. Hopefully this episode comes out properly. I'm gonna fucking snap if something happens with this one, but yeah. Tune in again.
Alright, guys. Have a good one.
To stay up to date with show news, RuneScape news, or just shitpost and hang out, you can find us on Twitter at TheWildernessRS. You can feel free to join our Facebook group at facebook.com/TheWildernessPodcast. We also have a YouTube channel set up, so feel free to check us out by just searching the name of the show on YouTube. You'll also see it over at Twitter and on Facebook as well. We also have an email set up, so if you want to get in contact, maybe you have some questions or something you want to hear discussed, a story you want to tell us, or just some feedback, you can email us at thewilderness.podcast@gmail.com. And we also have a Discord set up. And if you feel like you want to join and maybe hang out, play with some other scapers, just let us know. Send us a message, get in contact, and we'll get you in there. Thanks again for listening. We can't appreciate it enough. Have a good night.